You're watching Rogers TV London.
Welcome to Your Beauty Fuel. I'm your host, Rita Catolino, and today I have a special sidekick with me today. What's your name?
Ariana.
This is Ariana, my daughter. And I thought today would be a great day to have Ariana on the show because we're going to be talking about all things kids. Kids' breakfasts, kids' lunches, kids' snacks, even some kid desserts.
Yeah.
And we're also going to talk about the importance of fueling your children properly without all of that packaged, processed stuff. Right, Ariana? Why is it important to eat properly? Well, we'll figure out why next. Stay tuned.
This program is brought to you by the following sponsors.
Expect more from your protein supplements and meal replacement bars. Whether you're looking for a whey protein isolate, a pre-workout supplement, on-the-go snacks, or a vegan protein, About Time has a high-quality product designed to meet your needs while tasting great.
This is the scene of the movie where you help me out.
This is family,
This is Sparta!
This is Hollywood Suite. 4 HD channels, uncut and commercial free.
Here I come!
Limited time free preview on now. For the love of movies, Hollywood Suite.
My favorite letter is you. My favorite letter is you. My favorite letter is you.
You're watching Rogers TV London.
Welcome back to Your Beauty Fuel Kitchen with my co-host, Ariana. Today we're talking beautiful children and beauty-fueled children. And let's start with the top of our day, breakfast. Why do you think breakfast is so important, Ariana?
It gives you energy before school.
Right. And being energized to have enough brain power to get through that day is very important. Unfortunately, a lot of people just put a bowl of cereal with some milk out for their children, and they're lacking a lot of protein, and it's full of sugar, and their children are most likely going to crash before first recess even happens. Right?
Yeah, and snack.
And before snack. But nobody wants to give their child probably, a big steak before they go to school. So let's talk one of Ariana's favorites. These are called Ariana's cupcakes, and we made these a couple of years ago while experimenting in the kitchen and trying to get some protein into her breakfast and something that she's not going to gag at. So these are amazing vanilla cupcakes with no
Sugar.
and no grains. No sugar and no grains. So this is going to keep her fueled with protein, with amazing eggs in here. And she doesn't even know there's eggs because they taste amazing. What do you think? Do you want to eat one or do you want to frost them first?
Frost them.
Okay. So a great thing that we do in our house to frost our pancakes is we use protein powder and we add just a little bit of water and we end up with this kind of yummy goopy frosting. If anybody told me this was Duncan Hines, I would believe them. But all this is pure protein isolate. So another little bit of protein for Ariana. I'm going to get you to start drizzling this on top, and you better not eat any. That's a warning. Another great breakfast, yes, our oats. Oats get you going in the morning, but a boring bowl of oats, sometimes children like to get something more exciting. So something we've been doing in our house as of late that we love are using all of our old almond butter and chocolate butter jars. And the worst is that bottom part that never comes out. So you end up throwing it out. Something great to reuse these containers is throwing your oats in there and making a mess just like I did. And then adding in your nut milk. So we like to use almond milk in ours. And you add it in there. 2 ingredients. And the third, which was the leftover almond butter. Throw the lid on. Because we all talk about how the mornings are so crazy. I get it. Getting the kids up. Getting the coffee, right? And what do we do with this? We throw it in the fridge. We take it out the next morning. And we have beautiful overnight oats. No cooking involved, no microwaves, no nothing. All we have is this beautiful oatmeal ready for your children. And you can actually top that off with some blueberries, which Ariana loves. Do you want to throw those blueberries in there? We've already washed these. You can eat one too. Yeah. Why don't you throw some in there? You get your kids involved in things like this. It's super fun. Another handful. Come on, I know you like a lot of blueberries. Don't skimp on that. And we are going to add a little bit of sweetness for Ariana because she likes that sweetness. So pure maple syrup, right? That's about a, you want to get your finger in there? There you go. We're going to make sure we wash those hands after. And you just stir it together and you have a grab and go. You have this beautiful bowl of oats that you've reused the jar. Is reusing good? Is that a good thing? Yeah. We're reusing the jar. We're making sure we're not wasting anything on the bottom. And we don't have to cook anything ahead of time. How are those cupcakes coming along, Ariana?
Good.
Good. So, those are those yummy cupcakes there. And all we have to do is peel open these. I love these. We get these at the dollar store. They cost nothing. You actually bake in these. And they're no stick. And you end up with this beautiful...
A little stick.
A little bit of stick, but we won't tell anybody out there. And yeah, we're going to cut it open and then you can have a little bite of that before we get into a perfect lunch. I love these too, but we'll save those for later. So we have 2 breakfasts on the go. Here you go. And we're going to go right into your lunch. Nobody ever said that this was clean, right? It's just yummy. We love, let's face it, kids love variety. The worst is, I can imagine being Ariana's age. How old are you again? 7. And eating one huge sandwich in my lunch, and that's it. Kids like variety just as much as we do. So I found this awesome box. This is called Planet Box online. And you can change up the magnet so when the kids get bored. You think mommy could do that? You want to help me? Is it kid? It's adult proof. So when the kids get bored, you can change the magnet. This one's been in the dishwasher one too many times, so we'll leave it at that. But I just want to open it and show you about variety. That goes later. Variety is so important to children when they're at snack and at lunch. They get bored quickly of one thing. Let's go over your lunchbox before we eat it, Missy. Okay, over here we have... It's hard to get protein into my daughter. She doesn't love it all. This is a nitrate-free in-store turkey. Yes, it's been made with none of the nitrates, none of the seasonings, none of those things that are full of cold cuts. And this one is from a local place over here in London called Remark. And we put some old cheddar in here. And this is raw milk cheddar. It hasn't been pasteurized. So these are some little bundles for her to nibble on, making sure she gets in a great amount of protein. This is a homemade hummus we made. You're really hungry, aren't you? I think you have to eat this box when we're done. We have some homemade hummus over here. And we will put that recipe up on the webpage. And she likes to dip her tomatoes in that.
I don't like to anymore.
You don't like to anymore? Okay, well, she's not complaining now. Over here, we just have some fresh organic fruit. And this is something else that we love to do. We make these homemade pancakes in the morning, and they're made with egg whites and coconut flour. We've put a little cocoa and yogurt in the middle and put a full banana in. And then you just cut it up, on the angle there. Put a little toothpick in, and they're fun little banana bites. The last thing here, you're probably thinking, oh, and she's giving her daughter chocolate. This is pure 80% bean to bar chocolate. My daughter loves this. We've accustomed her palate to this. We've taken her off of all of those solid milk chocolates and Kit Kat bars, because really, this is where it's at. This is pure chocolate. Do you want to share some?
I want it all.
Maybe we're going to share on the break. I hope this has given you some good ideas for the lunch aspect of your children, which is so hard. A couple breakfast ideas. And stay tuned, because soon we are going to be talking about dinner and dessert. See you soon.
Every family loves getting away together. Here are some of the tips that we've come up with. Make sure all your travel documents are up to date. And if you're traveling without your partner, this is really, really important. You need to make sure they have signed a letter of permission to allow you to cross borders without them. Pack a travel kit full of things that your child has probably never seen before to keep them occupied. You absolutely want to make sure you avoid motion sickness. Talk to your pharmacist about some over-the-counter medication that you may be able to give to your child, but make sure you're not giving it to them for the first time when you're actually going on your trip. The other thing you want to make sure they're not doing is looking at anything small, whether it's reading or a small electronic device. The best thing for them to do is to look at the horizon, or if they start to feel unwell, have them close their eyes. For a list of kid-friendly travel ideas, go to todaysparent.com.
Welcome back to Your Beauty Fuel and Your Beauty Fuel Children. It's
Dinner time!
We love dinner time, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Especially when I'm hungry.
Okay. Especially when she's hungry. One of the things parents like to do, and I suggest that they do, is sneak foods into their children's, cover your ears, sneak foods into their children's dinner.
I heard that.
This is one of the prime examples. This is one of my favorite go-to meals. I love it. My husband loves it. Ariana loves it. And they look like chicken nuggets and fries that you would get at a restaurant, but they are obviously tweaked a little bit. So these chicken nuggets are made from hormone-free organic chicken. They also do not have any flour. It's made with coconut flour. And that coating, although it looks yummy and it is crunchy, it is actually ground flaxseed. And it's made from ground flaxseed, which is great for omega-3s and all those great fats for our children. And this is dipped in one of our homemade hummuses. And this is our sweet potato fries made in our active fry, which needs only a tablespoon of olive oil for 4 people. It's an awesome machine. And something we can do is get our children involved. So let's go right into the process of the chicken. We have coconut flour here, which is the dredging process, so the dry flour. Then we have 1 beaten egg, and then we have ground flaxseed. Okay, so I'm going to get Ariana to do this, and it's simple. She's going to put the chicken strips into the flour, into the egg, and then into the flax. Okay, so I'm going to get her to do those up while we keep going. Really great meal for your children. Once again, we're hiding in those healthy fats, the omega-3s, right into that dinner with a side of veggies there to dip into their hummus as well, and you're ready to go. Another great meal that we do together are mini pizzas. It's Friday night. You don't want to get too, excited about things. And this is something that we get her to help us with as well. Instead of your regular white flour pizza crust with all of the additives. This is actually just a crust or a wrap made with flax and shredded vegetables. That's it. There's actually no flour, no nuts, no anything in here.